Hi Divya, hi Khushbu.
Hello, hi, good evening.
So, welcome to When India Navratri 2023, and our theme is Navratri ke Nauras. And today's ras is Adbhut, surprise. Ashtami, the eighth day of Navratri, is dedicated to goddess Mahagauri, and she is set to grant her followers tranquility and endurance. Her favorite color is purple, which represents purity, peace, and divinity.
Before we before we get started today, I would like to remind you that the When India Awards 2023 are set for November, and the first round of registration is now open. The link will be shared in the comment section. Now back to today Nari Shakti talk show, and our today's guest is Khushbu Gupta and Divya.
Yes. And our Adbhut Ras has today's beautiful combination of working woman with regular job, and our other guest is running her own business. So we request our guest to introduce themselves. Let us start with Divya.
We
I
request
think
our guests to
Divya has
please
dropped.
introduce themselves.
Uh,
Yes, Khushbu.
yeah, we'll go with Khushbu.
Hello, hi, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Khushbu. I'm a working mother, like you introduced in the beginning. I work for Novo Nordisk in the Bangalore. I'm working as a product manager for labs area in IT area, in the IT department. In my personal life, I have a daughter who is going to the Green School Bangalore, and I hail from Himachal Pradesh. Yeah, I love spending time in nature, and that's what my daughter does too. Thank you.
Great. Yes, Sejal, our other guests, as they join, I'll add them to the stream.
As we have a mother in our panel today, I will like to begin by asking how do you fit the curious mind of your child?
Is that for me?
Yes, Khushbu.
Yeah. Yeah, every mother or every parent has their own ways, right? And curiosity is something which a child is born with. That's what we are taught when we start our motherhood. I don't think we need to feed. At least that's what I follow. I don't believe in feeding. The curious mind. I just encourage the curiosity. So you can see curiosity in day in and out in every activity what they do, especially now my daughter, I see she's 6 years old, and she has a lot of questions in everything, whatever happens in and around her. And then we are not I don't think we can have answers to everything. So one of the things which I follow is I ask her to find out, or if I know, I help her or give a little bit of kick start, and then I encourage her to find out. So that's what is my way of doing it.
Okay. So, Khushbu, if we talk about today's world, especially in past 2, 3 years, we have seen there are a lot of changes and a lot of dependency on the digital things. So we'll say in this digital world, how do we emphasize on a creative mind? Because creative mind is outside the digital world.
Yeah.
How much do you emphasize on it, or how important is it for you?
Absolutely. See, we can't, digital world, right? One thing which we have to accept is we can't live away from with it now. So it's part of us, no matter how much we try to avoid it. I can maybe share an example. When the pandemic started, my daughter was 2.5 years old, and being a working woman, I was busy. I got more busy with my work responsibilities, working from home, and my husband is in business, so it was a very difficult period. And that is when the first thought which came to my mind is, let's put on the TV. So when I'm working, I can maybe turn on the TV, so she's engaged and all that. But then, in a very, I think 1 or 2 days, I could realize that after watching for 1 hour, I could see a immediate difference in her mood. She would be more cranky, irritated, and that's what is the mind telling, the brain telling that, okay, I'm not comfortable with this sort of setup. So we
Hmm.
tried engaging in different things, and then I found that what is she enjoying, and she and every child or every person has their own traits. So my daughter, she is more into painting, drawing, and doing some, creating some sort of her own things. And I think every human being has. It's just hardly a matter of finding it out. What is it about? Then and in those days I used to believe that I'm not the one who is creative sort of person. I can follow instructions and do what I like, but I cannot create something. But then I read a couple of articles and realized that every person has a creative side to it. It's just that it's hardly a matter of exploring it. So
Hmm.
that is about creativity, right? So I encourage, again, whatever I see, that okay, try to have a very involved sort of parenting, where I know that what is she involved more in, what is she enjoying, and then encourage, try to help with whatever I know. And my husband is also very involved in that matter.
Hmm.
Then digital world is, like I said in the beginning, it's not possible to live without it. And it's also
Hmm.
important that they understand that
Hmm.
digitalization is important. So
Hmm.
it's about finding a right balance. The biggest challenge with this generation, or this age, at this age, is that they do not know what sort of content.
Hmm.
It's okay to watch something, but then what is that they're watching, or what are they using
Hmm.
that digital device for? So there
Hmm.
we involve a bit more. Me and my husband both keep a tab of what sort of content is she getting exposed to, and
Hmm.
how can we be part of that. So a lot of changes as a parent also you have to do in your lifestyle and your preferences and choices. But then all of over a period of time, we also started enjoying it. So I don't know whether it's right or wrong, but we try to balance it, not too much on either side,
Hmm.
of non-digital versus digital.
Hmm. So I totally agree. Lot of parents, lot of mothers have noticed that if the child watches TV or maybe mobile for a very long time, they becomes irritable.
Mm,
But some I'll say 2 years back, it was a need that everything was going online only. The classes were
mm,
online, everything was online. And later on, once the kids went back to the normal school, initially they some of them faced a lot of challenges also to meet the sudden crowd and all,
yeah,
and going back regularly meeting friends and all. Some of them became more introvert, I'll say. And
yes.
so, do you think the school atmosphere or the teachers at a school or something like that, that also helps the child to become more digital free and concentrate on something else?
Of course, I mean, fully support this. I can again share it with an example. During the pandemic, we were celebrating Kinaya's third or fourth birthday, third birthday, I guess, and we invited a very closed group of small children of 3 years or 4 years from the neighborhood. And they were all COVID children, so they were all COVID
Hmm.
born, COVID era kids. And in that party, I could see every kid was looking at each other, that they have never seen another human being of their size. So they were amazed
Hmm.
that what's happening. So in Kinaya's, my daughter's case, maybe she was just used to of seeing me and my husband around, maybe a house help, right? So she had not seen, because
Hmm.
we all were locked inside.
Hmm.
And until so Kinaya started schooling only when she turned 5. Until then, we didn't enroll in any online classes. So I was into the belief that I'll homeschool her. So I
Okay.
was doing a lot of readings and all that. So I realized that okay, homeschooling is maybe better until certain age. But then
Hmm.
after that birthday party, and then slowly when I started realizing that that way she will not have any social skills, she'll become more and more
Correct.
introvert, and then she would just know
Hmm.
maybe probably what's happening, and then it will be more controlled parenting. But then there is another
Hmm.
world outside. So and
Correct. And
with
someday or the other day, they have to go and face that other world.
absolutely, they have to face that world, right? And it's important to choose a right school and environment
Mm.
where your child can, flourish.
Mm.
Yeah, so I completely agree. I mean, schooling or having a socialization is absolute part of life.
Mm. Thank you, Kushbu. Divya, will you like to add something to this point?
Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, as Kushbu said, like yeah, socializing is very important. I mean, if it is just digital, like watching TV and staying at home, they don't feel like going out. Also, they'll feel like this is more entertaining, and this is like they don't have to do anything. It's fun to just sit at home and be comfortable, right? Once they go out, they may not feel like talking to people or interacting with them. So
Mm.
limiting that is really required.
Mm. Yeah, and before we move further, Divya, we missed your introduction. If you can introduce yourself to our guests, it will be great.
Yeah, I'm like I'm an IT professional working like from 15 years, and then while I was taking my elder one to hobby classes, then I felt like maybe let me also learn something, and out of that started learning art. I learned for like a couple of years as a hobby, and that turned into like. I liked it so much that I started doing it professionally, and then started with baking. So then I felt like anything which is artistic or creative is something I like doing, and I continue that now.
And I feel every
And
mother has to be creative when it comes to feeding a child also. So if anybody thinks they are
that
not
is
creative, we are very creative because we have fed our kids.
yeah,
Maybe
that's
the
true.
technique, maybe the food, but we are creative.
And I have two daughters. Elder
Okay,
one doing her engineering, she just joined this year, and
How?
younger one is sixth grade.
okay.
So this is for you and Khushbu and Divya, for both of you. So, what role do mother play in making kids under the value and respect a woman has in society?
I think they learn more than we saying by seeing us,
Making kids
looking at.
understand like the value and the respect of woman has in society, like as a when they will grow. So, as a mother, how teachers, because nowadays this generation, what we also observe as a teacher, as a mother, as a woman, that respect has to be means in their mind or in their heart. They have to give some respect, or how they are looking at the woman, especially for this generation.
Yeah, as I said, it's like more than saying, showing it to them how, as a woman, we respect ourselves and respect others around us. Like if we show them, they will learn it. I mean, we don't have to specifically teach them or do anything, but yeah, we have to show how we do that, and they learn from that.
Mhm. Yes, Khushbu.
Yeah, I mean, I can't add anything more than what Divya said, right? So it's completely, it starts from home, how being the sort of walking the talk. So how we talk to people around us, be it men or women, I mean, doesn't matter. Respect is something which is very the first value which we want everybody to have, right? So I can still tell my daughter that, you know, how you expect others to treat you, treat the other one the same way. So that's respect. So be it a girl, a boy, women, men, whoever in the society, for that matter. So
Mhm.
yeah, so it just starts from home, and then being a role model is really really important, because I've also seen a lot of traits which I acquired from my mother, how my father used to, or how my mother used to react if, in the environment we are having at home, how, she's talking to us, or so. I think mothers play a crucial role. Of course, it's a entire family who has a role in upbringing a child, but at least until this year, when Kinaya is 6, I can see that she more looks up to me. She wants,
Mm.
maybe mothers are more sort of girls, at least they look more up to their mothers.
Mm. And kids are like when we teach them, they forget. We have to keep on teaching them, but they are observant. They observe us what we are actually doing. So it becomes, sometimes it becomes challenging over there, because we know that okay, we said them not to tell a lie, but if somebody calls and we don't want to take a call, we said okay, tell mother it's not there. Sometimes we are not able to follow that, but yes, but later on we have to do it. Okay. So, continuing to this question only, I'll just like to know if you are associated with any of the women NGO or any women support group or anything which you will like to mention. Why I'm asking this is because as When India, we are a woman entrepreneur network and we are in touch with multiple ladies who are in small businesses. We help them to grow. And being a mother, some of our ladies are in job as well. So being a mother, being in job or being in business, they are trying to balance it in all the fronts. Because when we talk about the career, they are trying to satisfy their urge. They want to do something in their life, but with that comes lot of responsibilities. As the Spider-Man dialogue goes, na, with the power comes lot of responsibilities. And once we are made a mother, we have lot of responsibilities added to us. So
That's why we call Nari Shakti with the nine
yes.
hands.
So are you associated with any of these support groups or NGOs where, or maybe you have heard of any which you will like to share about?
So it's in our society, like it's not anything separate like women or anything, but there's a small group who go to a government school nearby,
Oh,
and teach different things. Like I teach art, like weekly, once or twice in a week I go and teach art like that. There is a lady who teaches English, and a sir who teaches karate and then dance. So like this we go there and teach them, but otherwise not associated with any other NGO.
Okay.
Yeah, coincidentally, it's slightly similar to Divya setup, because we also live sort of in a neighborhood of close proximity. So I'm not associated in any NGO as such. So in our community, we have formed a small sort of community of practices where we it's an education center which we are running. So that's
Okay.
for all the kids of the caretakers in this in our community. So
Mm.
so we sponsor their education for so for example, for this year we had a budget depending upon the budget, so we could sponsor the school fees and their all this the school supplies, everything. I mean, could take care of 10 to 12 students. And
Okay.
so that's on the sponsorship part. And then apart from that, we every weekend we have this education center. So there were weekends, and then some who can who have time to do it in weekdays as well. So there are in our community, we I mean, in this community of practices, we have these ladies who will go and teach them, help them, sort of tuitions.
Mm-hmm.
So in the evening, like 2 to 3 hours, all the kids can children students can come, and then we help them with their difficult problems like mathematics, and so depending upon their subject area of interest.
Okay. That's nice to know. Actually, as I just mentioned, that kids are observant. If you are involved in anything like that, definitely those nature of helping others goes in the child as well. Because today the world is changing very rapidly because of the digital world. Lot of exposures are there, and everything has its positives and negatives. So I'll just like to ask that how do you help your child or prepare your child to embrace the rapidly changing world, and that to only take the positive out of it?
actually, I want to tell you in this. So they are TGSB parents, and Usha ma'am is running two school. One is bigger campus TGSB, and one is TPS Inner Circle Whitefield. So there, teacher means curriculum has to design, like curriculum. It's already designed like a child's changing world. So based on that only, we follow in that school we follow multiple intelligence. So eight multiple intelligence we will keep in our mind. And like audio visual visual kinesthetic, some kids are like, auditory like that. So we make a curriculum like with keep in our mind like eight multiple intelligence, and then we design the curriculum. Because it's a changing world, it's very important to keep in our mind. So all kids are very different, their
Hmm.
learning ways is very different. So I want to appreciate that Usha ma'am school, TGSB and TBS. So I personally saw, and I would like to share this point in to our viewers, those who are looking uh, to means those who are looking different ways, not a stereotype like academic only, academic and writing. No, writing they will do after first grade also. We will not force to kids like, but uh, basic information, basic foundation has to improve, has to be in every like we they have country means they will introduce a country, state, and they will do the culmination like that only. They will teach, they will taught like Frobel in Bangalore. Montessori you heard, but Frobel first time in Bangalore in Usha ma'am school only. They learn like uh, act of knowledge, beauty of form. So they all will learn from this. So yes, Divya and Khushbu, what you want to say about that school?
About the school, about the school, right?
About the point
Yes,
what she is
about the school.
associating with the
In
school.
a changing world, are you thinking the TBS and TGSB is a better?
I mean, my daughter goes to TGSP. Like I said, right, she started from kindergarten too. So something what I have always appreciated about TGSB is the attention which they each and every child gets from the teachers. So even though they are like 15 or whatever the strength of the classes, whenever I have attended the parent teacher meeting or any coffee connect, each and every teacher knows what each and every child is up to. So and that can only happen when there are innovative or when there is a lot of curiosity in the teachers as well, to know what's happening in the classroom. And then methodologies is something which, if I can be honest, every school has their own ways of teaching. And in this era it's very difficult to compete and compare, but at least we have been really happy with the ways TGSP has been choosing. There is no sort of mugging which is happening. So each and every concept is taught with a lot of passion. And kids, at least, and I think most of the kids would be enjoying, but Kinaya is really enjoying the kind of setup, or the kind of methodology which we have chosen at TGSP. Yeah.
Yes, Divya.
Yeah, I'm happy the way it's going till now. So as I said, my daughter is now in sixth grade. She joined there in fifth grade. We wanted to see like experiment how it goes. As she likes more of other things other than academics, like anything doing creative things or cooking and all. She likes those things. So we thought this school will give her more opportunity in doing that. So yeah, it was a good choice.
Okay, so I
So
mean, yes, Sejal.
actually in that school, I would like to share one more point like here. Empathy also they will learn in that school. Like I want to give one example when India supports every NGO, we will associate and all. So we associated with the WFV also. So I have taken a session for water for voiceless during the summer days. and one kid means one small little one come up with the new thoughts like, uh, Sejal ma'am, are you talking about we have to take care of the birds and the animals? Because how our parents are taking care when we will come to school. So our mama and daddy will pack the tiffin and the water bottle. But for them, who will pack the water bottle? So we have to take care. So we have to keep the bowl over there in our balcony. So uh, that is the rapid change. Suppose we will give a proper way, proper training, and we will have a talk with our little ones also. So yes, they will make a difference. Absolutely.
Other than that, will any of you like to add any point where we say in this rapidly changing world how the child acquires the things positively?
Maybe I can start and Divya can add. See, I don't know how the future would look like after 20 years, right? So no matter how much visionary one is, up to 3, 4 years, 5 years, we can still imagine. But then it will come maybe with a lot of experience. After a couple of years, maybe we'll be able to see that this is how the future looks like. So what I believe is, basic values are very important. So important thing is to prepare them to be ready no matter how the future looks like. So at our home, and then I follow a lot of traditional ways or conventional ways of parenting, how I was brought up. So keeping very close to our values, the basic values, moral and ethics, all of that, being trying to be the role model, and then
Hmm.
keeping the environment at home where there are hardships, there are learnings, and then there is a very open dialogue about whatever is happening around the world.
Hmm.
So that's my take, that we can only prepare for with our basic values, and then make them stronger so that they are ready to face whatever the future has in it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Divya, maybe you
So
can add.
Divya, Kushbu's daughter is still young, but your daughter is approaching teens. She is in sixth grade, you said. So you might have different challenges because the world from a 6 years old and a 12, 11, 12 years old is very different. And the acceptance level and everything is different. So what's your take on this?
Yeah, so I have an elder daughter who joined engineering this year, I mentioned, right? So
Yeah.
she finished her, it's like this next month is her 18th birthday, so last year of the teenage. So I've seen all that. Uh, the more important thing I feel is the time we spend with them, amount of time we spend with them, that matters a lot. Uh, like
Powering
whatever
off.
sorry yeah whatever it is, at certain age they'll have this peer pressure, or seeing their friends or their age group,
Powering on.
to fit into that they have to be in a different way, like not the way they're grown up, or how they're taught to and all. So I think at that stage we have to I mean whatever they're seeing, I mean whatever they're seeing from us or learning from us will still be there, but for certain age they'll be totally different, and they don't want to accept what we say or anything. but
Hmm.
uh, but after certain age again they come back, because they have learned, they know all this, right? They have seen us.
Hmm.
Now I see my elder one, she's like back to normal how she was before, but in between stage was there. So if we also get frustrated or angry, and like it's like uh, we have to understand that is the age, and we have to give that space to them. At the
Hmm.
same time, uh, teaching them, and I mean whenever we get chance to talking to them and spending time with them as much as possible helps.
So I think as Kushbu was saying that she has learned something from her mother. So same thing happens. Once we grow up a little, then we remember all the things what we have learned from the mother, and then it slowly comes in. So
Yeah,
Divya is
but
little
but
relaxed
it
because she is playing her second innings of teenage child.
Yeah, it becomes hard sometimes. I think we have to be little patient and yeah, we should understand
I'll
their.
highlight that little word there. That little patient, I really don't know that spelling of that little over there. But yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there
having
were moments like I felt like, am I not ready for parenting? I mean, what I'm doing is correct or not? But when I
Hmm.
see that age crossed and kids coming back to normal is like, okay, that's there for everyone. They undergo that phase and
And then it proves that we did a good parenting previously. We'll get the result later.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just like to know one more thing from two of you. Be- Sejal, we can't hear you.
now,
No.
No, very low voice.
now I'm audible.
A little better.
Yes, Vandita, have you noticed today?
What?
Uh, in our theme in Navratri 2023, today's Adbhut, and one
Hmm.
parent is from job background and one parent from the business background.
Correct, correct.
It's a surprise.
I was going to ask similar something like this, that how much are you passion driven in it? That if you are going for a job, there it was like for Khushbu, if you always planned for a job when you were continuing your education and all, you
Yeah,
always planned that you will.
that is right. My father, I mean, I come from a business family. My father is has been a businessman. My husband is a businessman. But I was very sure that I want to work. I was passionate about what I am doing today. So
Hmm.
very clear that no, I don't want to be in business because my thought is one that you need to be if you are doing your own business, it involves a lot of energy. You need to have creativity. You need to have risk taking ability. So I am
Hmm.
sort of a person who wants to be always on the safer side and then keep a very thin
But
edge. And
Hmm.
your background is MBA, so it's all about business administration only.
yeah, MBA as in MBA business administration, because see now the world has changed. How the jobs earlier it used to be, it's not the way it is today, right? So in corporates, people expect you to own what you are doing. So even when I see that, even though I'm working for a multinational Denmark based organization, but at the same time my work involves me to own my business area, right? So we call it, that's how we call it in the office as well.
Hmm.
So but then the only reason not to be not to have your own business was I don't have risk taking ability. So I knew what are my strengths, and then those strengths were fine, fitting very nicely in what I'm doing today. So that thought was very clear.
So that was very conscious decision because you have seen the business, so that you
Yes,
were able to take that decision.
absolutely right. Yes.
So, and what about you, Divya? You always planned of doing something for you, and or it by chance it started.
So by chance it started. So when I was studying, I never thought I'll do business, and that's a there was one topic of management and all that in engineering. I used to hate that subject, and I never thought I'll do business or I can do it. So it just started out of passion and just started doing it. Even today, like doing it out of passion and uh, like doing it artistically, all that is different, and running it as a business is different, so which I'm
Correct.
learning every day. Yeah.
Mm. Just few days back, we had one guest in Navratri, and she told that business is done two ways. Either it is hobby, or you are doing it to make the financial things. So it depends. If it's a hobby, you just take it as a hobby, or if you're planning to earn through it, then it's a very different way to run it.
Yes, yes, yeah.
But at the same time, it's
Yes,
also very important to love whatever business you are in, right? Even if it is not your hobby, but you need to be passionate um,
correct.
about your
Doing.
product. Yeah.
Mm. And what is your business? You're doing baking, you told Divya, right?
Yeah, yeah, I do baking and also I do art. I do
Okay.
paintings and
So
pencil
your kids
sketches.
are more passionate about the baking you do, or you are more passionate about it?
I'm more passionate about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
sometimes
what in art?
as it is.
To passion to profit.
Sorry, I couldn't
Yes,
get you.
actually, it's a very difficult journey for the small entrepreneurs or those who are doing from home or women entrepreneurs. We will start generally. Women start with a passion, and that journey is very difficult. Passion to profit. That too.
Uh, so more about thinking as a profit. I think once you know that you have the capability to do it and you want to turn it as a business, you have to take it up that way. So whatever is
Hmm.
meant to be learned, like learn it while doing it or taking time of it. We have to learn the business side of it also.
Yeah. And
Otherwise, like just
we have to be risk takers, as Khushbu was saying.
yeah, risk takers, and at the same time also we should know how to do, how to handle, how to be calculative and all that also. So it's everything. Yeah.
Correct.
But I can just tell you that Divya is amazing. I mean, we have at least had the cakes which she bakes, and then I continue to see her artworks as well. So she's amazing. Um,
Okay.
Thank you.
So we will have this video on our Facebook, Divya. So please, if you have any Instagram link or Facebook link, do share with it so we can also see.
Sure, sure. Yeah. I don't use Facebook much. Maybe if you can share me the link, I'll do it in the Instagram page. Yeah.
Okay, sure, sure. Yes. So thank you for joining us today, Divya and Kushbu. Is anything you want to add for our viewers, or anything you think that we missed but we should have asked you people? Anything you want to add for today's session?
Only one thing I want to say. Anyone or for me, what I remember every time I do something is, we always say, "I don't have time for this. I don't have." I mean, if there is something to do, we just say, "Okay, I don't have time for it." But if we are interested or if we really want to do, we make time for it. So,
Great,
yeah.
great. Yes, Kushbu.
I mean, it was a wonderful talk. I think, Manju ma'am keeps giving this opportunity time to time, discussing about parenting and, what's happening in this world and also it's good reflections. And I wish you both and When India as well all the best and happy to connect with you. Thank you.
Happy
Thank you
Ashtami
so
and
much.
happy Navami to everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
too. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Bye.
Health चाहिए तो हमसे पूछिए. We are just an email away. And our topic of ninth day of Navratri is Shantata, peace. Stay tuned and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.